With 19 NCAA national titles and 5 straight Big Ten titles in the last 5 years, the University of Michigan boasts the most decorated swimming and diving program in the country.
Right now, one of their alumni is already qualified for Rio. Another is training to make his second Olympic team. This is Connor Yeager and Sean Ryan's road to Rio.
It's like all day. It's just like a 24/7 way that you're living your life.
And while distance swimming is Connor Yeager and Sean Ryan's specialty, coming together is what has helped them both excel.
Every minute that we were awake, we were together.
As University of Michigan swimmers, they've trained together. We're mechanical engineering majors together.
We would help each other with homework and go to class together. I don't know if I could have gotten through my undergrad without him.
They won an NCAA team championship together and for a time even lived together. 2 years post-graduation, they're both finishing master's degrees while training with the team and sharing a dream that's alive at Michigan, the Olympics.
You feel it as soon as you walk in through the front door and you see the caps.
Michigan swimming and diving has a rich history. Every single one of these swim caps represents a Michigan Olympian. Now, Connor and Sean say it comes down to this. It's not every 4 years, it's every day. That motto reminds them to seize every moment when they're here in the pool during their countdown to Rio.
There's literally a clock counting down the seconds and the tenths of seconds until the start of the games.
A reminder during two-hour workouts a day, followed by stairs or plyometrics.
One day I said I burned 2,700 calories during my workout.
Those workouts, that lifestyle paid off for Connor when he surprised himself, making the Olympic team in 2012.
I wasn't supposed to be in the scene of the people that might make the team.
Alongside other swimmers and coaches with University of Michigan ties, Connor swam in his first games.
So first time being around people like Peter Vanderkay, Michael Phelps, and Davis Tarwater.
He finished 6th in the 1500 freestyle Olympic final. Now 4 years later, he's the American record holder in the same event heading into trials.
It's night and day because now he's the favorite.
There's more pressure, definitely more pressure on me this time.
Sean also knows about pressure. He had been at the highest levels of open water swimming for years, yet didn't make the 2012 Olympics. Turning things around at the 2015 World Championships, he secured his Olympic spot in the 10K.
Couldn't really believe it. It took a long time to set in.
What an exhilaration. We were all watching his swim. We were all in tears.
While Sean swam in the pool during college, he's always been drawn to swimming in oceans, lakes, and rivers.
There's no times really in open water. There's no records as long as you beat everybody else.
Winning, part of the University of Michigan legacy.
All the banners that we have up here, that'll speak enough for the history of Michigan swimming.
Because at Michigan,
there's definitely a presence.
Moments measure greatness.
You know it when you're on deck.
As Connor and Sean build their own Olympic legacies.
He was among the best of the best during his time at the University of Michigan. Sam McCulloch racked up a number of all-around and individual NCAA gymnastics titles as a Wolverine.
Now he's working on earning another title, 2-time Olympian. We traveled to Colorado Springs, Colorado to the Olympic Training Center for a look at his road to Rio. It can seem superhuman, a sport of perfection.
This sport is just so much more of a mental game, but you have to be able to make every single turn count, and that's a hard thing to do and a hard thing to train.
Team USA's men's gymnastics team is shadowed perhaps appropriately by the gods. This is Colorado Springs, Colorado, home to the United States Olympic Training Center, the team's home. The home of 7-time NCAA champion Sam McCulloch. He's training as a resident athlete here, hoping to make his second Olympic team.
Wherever I stand is where I'll be, and I'll be happy with that as long as I'm happy with my performance.
In 2012 at the London Olympics, the U.S. team came in 5th and Sam took 5th in the vault. But he says 4 years has changed him. He no longer goes with the flow. Instead, he carefully plans his course.
This is everything that I'm going to eat leading up to the competition. This is when I feel best. X amount of hours of sleep, and you know, it's all more scientific right now.
Yeah, do it early.
And 4 years has changed his team.
We have the most depth I think Team USA has ever had, and so that just means a lot of really good gymnasts aren't going to make the Olympic team.
Part of Sam's road to Rio started back in 2011 as a freshman at the University of Michigan.
Michigan is really where I found my character. I found my own individual self, and that's really where I learned how big of an importance being part of a team is.
That experience helps make a difference for his Team USA family.
Sam is really good rounded gymnast. That means he doesn't have like weak spots on his program or weak events.
What Sam's coach says he adds to the team beyond his expertise on all 6 events is an infectious spirit and attitude.
He's a really, really happy guy on the team. I like his attitude and the training and competition.
It's that attitude and quest for perfection that he'll need to make the team at the Olympic trials at the end of June. The current Team USA squad of 10 will be cut to 5.
I have big hope for him. First of all, for the make an Olympic team. He's one of the really strong contender on that spot.
And when he looks ahead from there, Sam is reaching for it all.
I think along with my own hopes, the whole team's hope is to come out with the Olympic gold medal. And individually, you know, I want to do a very strong performance in the all-around competition.
In a sport of perfection, perhaps the gods will be smiling.
It is easy to say there has never been anyone like Claressa Shields. Her unequaled success and dominance in the sport of women's boxing has been making Flint proud for years.
Now, the 2012 middleweight women's Olympic boxing champion is looking to have a pair of matching medals because anything less than gold will not be good enough for Claressa. We caught up with her at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, Colorado, on her road to Rio. For Claressa Shields, each step with purpose.
Good, go.
I got trained. I got to stay on top.
Now sprint, 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 sprint.
It's not that easy.
One step, Claressa, one step.
I make it look easy.
It's what up to 12 hours a day of training does.
I've spent a lot of time here in this gym and a lot of time in strength and conditioning.
Here we go.
As she prepares to reach new heights. She was just 11 when she first threw a punch at Flint's Burston Fieldhouse. 17 when she traveled from Flint to London to become the first American woman to win an Olympic gold medal as a 165-pound middleweight in boxing. It was the sport's inaugural year at the Olympics.
You know, it means a lot. I've always wanted to be the person to bring hope and to bring faith to Flint.
She grew up on the city's north side amid poverty and violence, but for Claressa, that background has only motivated her.
And it's just so much bad news there. You know, we have the water crisis, we have the murders. Somewhere, somebody got to be some good news.
To know Claressa is to see her potential to do just that. USA Women's Boxing head coach Billy Walsh is a believer.
And she has the chance of creating a phenomenal achievement.
Claressa has made history throughout her career. Another gold in Rio would be a milestone for Team USA. She'd become the first American male or female boxer to win back-to-back golds.
If you consider all the greats that have gone before her, Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, all those guys that have won gold medals, none of them have ever won 2.
Claressa says keeping on course is easier as a resident athlete at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
It's like really relaxing knowing that all I got to think about down here is training, sleeping, recovering, and boxing, and that's it.
Your feet before you throw. All right, don't put this in. Get into your fighting stance.
Throwing everything into boxing works for Claressa. She hasn't lost a match since the 2012 World Championships, her only loss ever.
She's an animal when she's in there.
Right now, I feel very confident. I feel very strong.
Thankfully, with boxing and with Claressa, She goes there to win the gold.
While she came back with gold in 2012, the endorsements and recognition she expected didn't follow. But heading into the 2016 games, her stock is rising fast.
If the boxing gym is no place for a girl, then what does a girl's place look like?
Yes, I do have an endorsement with Powerade. I have an endorsement with Dick's Sporting Goods.
The 2016 Olympic Games.
And I got a couple more secrets that I really can't mention to you guys, but it's some magazines, so you're gonna see it.
And America did when Shields recently stepped out of the comfort of the ring and in front of the camera for ESPN's Body Issue.
So it's just all these things coming up, and I'm accepting all opportunities for exposure.
Emerging as a boxing legend in her own right.
You know, sometimes people come along that you don't know whether you will ever see the likes of again.
You both are going to rest, but you're just going to look at the clock when she's done, 20 seconds, and then you're going to do another set.
And as the clock ticks down,
She does believe she is the best in the world and that nobody will beat her.
making the next step on Claressa's road to Rio
One touch, change direction, good.
seemed more than achievable.
I want to win an Olympic gold medal again.
It is her purpose.
She's the #1 ranked female lightweight boxer in the United States, and she has Michigan ties.
Michaela Mayer is heading to the Olympic Games in Rio as a first-time Olympian with a goal of proving her dominance in her weight class. To get there, she's preparing at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
And we went there to bring you her road to Rio.
#1.
I have a lot of stiff competition. I'm in the most competitive weight class in the world. It's that 132 middleweight.
Being the best lightweight female boxer in the U.S. means every day Michaela Mayer hits it hard.
I know I have it cut out for me, but I believe in myself.
Michaela has been fighting to represent her country for 4 years after an unexpected loss in 2012 left her off the Olympic team.
So I immediately made 2016 my goal. There was no question. It seemed like a really long time to wait, but I mean, this Olympics came around so fast.
The journey has kept her on her toes, spending hours each week training at the boxing gym at Colorado Springs Olympic Training Center and at the facility's Elite Strength and Conditioning Center.
I love having the team aspect because boxing is not a team sport. So, you know, when you're in the ring, you're alone, but to be able to train with my best friends every day, that's a great feeling.
She trains alongside the only other United States woman to qualify for the Olympics in boxing, Flint's own Olympic gold medalist, Claressa Shields. Together, their focus is singular.
Getting the gold medal.
Both women have Michigan ties. Back in 2010, a boxing scholarship from Northern Michigan University sent Michaela from Los Angeles, California, across the country to train with one of the world's best boxing coaches in Marquette, Michigan, known for training amateur and professional champions, Coach Al Mitchell.
Within 2 weeks' notice, I packed my bags up and I went to Michigan.
But after just one semester training with Mitchell, the school cut funding for its boxing program.
Well, it did a lot for me. Even though it was one semester, I got to meet Al Mitchell, who trained me for the last 5.5 years and has gotten me to this point. I always say that I wouldn't be where I am without him.
Or without the new coach in her life, head of the U.S. women's program, Billy Walsh from Ireland, an expert on the international boxing stage.
Billy really has the experience, and he's really helped me to step it up. He helped me get qualified for the Olympics, which is the hardest part.
In boxing, it really is the greatest obstacle. First, Michaela needed to win at the Olympic trials. After that, she needed a victory overseas to make the Olympic team.
And when we went to Buenos Aires for her Olympic qualifier, where there was only one spot where she had to win gold medal, I saw a determination on her which I never saw before.
That determination struck gold at the 2016 America's qualifier. Now Billy and Michaela want to make sure the course they run stays golden.
And the draw will be vital. So, if we get a draw and we get a bye, she has one fight to win the medal. Otherwise, she'll have 2 fights to win a medal.
12 women in Michaela's weight class will throw everything into a quest for Olympic gold. And no matter where the draw falls,
I'm going there focusing on being the best Michaela that I can be.
And I think if Michaela gives her best performance, she's good enough to go all the way.
All the way to the top.